Okay, so we were just talking about the friendships that the kids made and maintain. And I think that gets at one of our big focuses being a play-based school. So very intentionally, very unabashedly knowing that that's the way that kids learn best. And so we are getting these kids ready for school, and we know that we want to do it the best way. So play-based learning. So Michaelanne, as a Strawberry, a pre-K teacher, what does that look like in your classroom? When I walk in your classroom, the kids are always actively engaged in things. So what does that mean in terms of they're getting ready for kindergarten, but they're kind of doing all these different things in the
But they're not sitting doing worksheets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So within the play-based, whole realm, the kids are problem solving.
Mm-hmm.
They are learning how to be more social, hey, can I share with you, what can I do next? Or, maybe there's having a little problem over here, and, knowing when to step away and when to actually use words. And there's so much that's happening that it's really exciting to watch. And it's exciting to watch them from September all the way to June. I mean, it's huge.
Yeah. It's awesome. It's fun too to watch in each different classroom how teachers set the space up to facilitate that. You do an awesome job of that in your classroom.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's great. Claire, what would you say? Kindergarten teacher.
Yeah, so kind of when I've come to Berry Patch and seen what Michaelanne said is that every kid is engaged in doing some type of play. And it's really interesting coming in when you get kindergartners coming in, they're all different levels and some don't know how to play independently. And these students do, and they're fully engaged, and they do have more social skills of, can I play with you? Can I use that when you're done? They have a little more imagination where they can go and play with something, where I've had some kids, here's a tub of Legos, well, what do I do with them? Whereas at Berry Patch, all the kids are able to find anything. I mean, we play with just sticks and rocks, and they're able to create villages and pretend to play and
make stories
up and, have a bunch of imagination where, so when they come to kindergarten in public school or in a school setting, they have the ability to maybe have that more imaginative thought and be able to do that. And there is choice time in kindergarten where they get to play it. And those students find it easier to settle in because they know how to play. And it's so important. And it's age appropriate at 2, 3, 4, 5. That's their job, is to play. So it's very, very important.
So when you guys, as parents, watched your children go through the Berry Patch, they went off to kindergarten. We'll talk about that a little more in a minute, but what did you see going on in the classrooms that you saw, okay, that is a playful experience, or that is something they're telling me about was something that they got really involved with play? What are some of those things that you saw, and how do you feel like that was a good thing for them, a helpful thing for them? Did you feel like it was? Callie?
I would say with my son, he leans more into sports and balls. And I love in a classroom setting, when you have the girl-boy mix, I love the playing home or playing mom and dad or playing teacher or things that he wouldn't probably naturally do with other little boys who are also sport heavy. He's doing that, with the mix of gender in a preschool setting. I also think Berry Patch, you guys have such a good collection of manipulatives and toys, whether it be sticks or rocks or the little pebbles or I don't know who comes up with all this stuff, but you guys have such a great array of options for their play. The trucks, and I'm always really intrigued, even as a parent, to walk in and see the bins that they're open playing with, and I don't even know what you guys all do, but it looks fun to me.
That's great. That's awesome as a parent. Yeah.
Yeah, I would 100% echo that. I love the play-based idea. It worked really well for all my kids, especially because like you said, I feel like at this age, that's what they should be doing. They should be using their imagination. You know, they're going to be in school forever, a long time. And so when they are able to just come in to a safe environment, play with kids that are, you know, their age, so they're sort of all at that same level and learn together. Yeah, I love that.
It's very developmentally appropriate.
And like you said, they're all the same age, and that's really important, you know.
I think also just some of the things that come up in play, you mentioned some, Michaelanne, in terms of problem solving, the conflict resolution. Also, there's so much with that I see when I'm walking into a classroom where they're risk taking, they're trying something new that they wouldn't normally try. All those things as they get into school, that's so important. Okay, I've never done whatever before, but I can try it. I'm not inclined towards it, but I'll try it. Or, okay, I'm watching these two kids have a problem. I have maybe even an idea of how they could solve it. So you can see where play, the skills that are built in play are the big thing that really help kids get ready to go to school.
And it helps them transition too.
Yep.
In that the first 6 weeks are very crucial in kindergarten in learning those routines and
Yes.
procedures. And
Yep.
I mean, there's a whole philosophy on the first 6 weeks of school, and being able to jump in and do activities and be able to play and be able to try things is just so important.
It's also interesting at the beginning of the year because maybe you have a child that comes in that's not terribly confident, and they're watching two kids play in the kitchen or, you know, building, you know, with blocks. And then all of a sudden they get that confidence and they know how to enter the play. Like, can I play with you? And it's really important. Yeah.
I love what you said a second ago about the first 6 weeks of school. And Michaelanne could attest to this, but one of the things we've talked a lot about in the last couple of years is how getting off to a great start. And we have a former teacher who did a really great training for us where she shared all of her thoughts on how she sets up the year. We're really going slow to go fast. Those first weeks are like very slowly in each different area of the room, just like, okay, this is how we do this. What does this look like? Let's try this. And there's some other things we'll probably talk about in a little bit. I think that's a great thing for our pre-K teachers to be thinking the way you're thinking as a kindergarten teacher.